You better be watching this. What a great idea. It was actually my idea, but yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it was my idea, but you stole it.
Sure.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Anyhow.
It's on?
It's on. It's on! I don't know if that's the correct response.
I don't know either.
So, greeting hot. Greetings, haunt fans. This is Moon Boy and
Camera Girl!
Camera Girl. Okay, that's fine.
I am.
Tonight we watched 2018's
Halloween.
Halloween.
What did you think, babe?
Well, we'll save that
Okay,
for
we're
a
gonna
second
save
here.
that.
Let's look it up on IMDb and read the synopsis because
The what?
the synopsis.
I thought you said synopsis or something.
Okay, so hopefully, if you're watching this, you know what the hell Halloween is and what it's about. Okay. So basically,
I'm gonna eat some Whoppers.
Halloween is the worst horror slasher series in the history of slasher series movies. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Why do you agree?
I don't know.
What the hell? Why would you say that then?
What slasher movies do you mean? Like Freddy and Jason and Halloween? Like those three?
So you
Or
got
like
like
more?
Freddy, Jason, Halloween, Saw, Jeepers Creepers, Sleepaway Camp, just a ton of movies like that. Like just
Remember that first girl? I need to go back to that.
what first
Last
girl?
girl? First girl?
Final Girl?
Final girl. Final girl.
Final Girl is a thing in all slasher movies.
No, I know, but there was that one movie called Final Girl.
Maybe.
Remember?
Maybe.
With Nina.
Nina Dobrev?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I wish I would go back to that. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I wish she'd come back to me.
If she came back to you,
My girlfriend.
I would steal her. I'd be like, hey, Nina.
Alright, so look.
Anyway. Sorry.
Yeah. Halloween 2018.
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought the movie tonight, while drinking a lot, was okay. It wasn't phenomenal. It wasn't something I would like want to go back and watch again or anything like that. But I thought it was okay. I didn't think there was anything seriously wrong with it. Also, you bought the movie, which I think is kind of retarded because we obviously could have rented it on TV. But
I did buy the movie, but kind of have to, right?
why?
Why not?
Because 90% of the movies we've rented or we've reviewed have been rented.
But they haven't been like big name movies, right?
That's true. And you said you already have all the Halloween movies.
I do.
Although I don't know, I should have checked that before your movie.
So the synopsis says, Laurie Strode confronts her longtime foe, Michael Myers, the masked figure who has haunted her since she narrowly escaped his killing spree in Halloween
on Halloween night 4
decades ago. So
Right.
he was probably 20-something back then.
So she was not ever his sister.
I don't know.
I swear to God, I always thought she was his sister. I don't understand. Like, obviously, I need to go back and watch all the original
Yeah,
movies.
the problem
They're
is
my Whoppers.
no, they're actually mine. The problem is that
You bought
I
them.
have never cared enough
to pay attention
about Halloween to really pay attention to what's going on because it's so stupid. Okay, sure, it's supposedly the original slasher that started it all, right? Because it came before Nightmare on Elm Street. It came before Friday the 13th, that sort of thing. But really, as far as like a mass killer goes, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because
Candyman was good.
Candyman is definitely better.
Why haven't they ever done any Candyman?
They're redoing Candyman
they?
right now.
Awesome.
Jordan Peele, the guy who did the Get Out, he is starting a reboot of.
Awesome. It was really good. Sorry, I always do that. I just really like that movie.
Which one?
Candyman.
Of course, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think we might get the box set of that.
Oh sweet. We don't have any of those. I don't think.
We don't have any of those.
I can't remember the last time I saw any of those. I think they were before I was with you.
I've probably seen them 20 years ago.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like definitely before I was with you.
Right. So
By like 2 years.
as far as slashers go, Halloween is retarded. I mean, definitely, it doesn't make any sense. So in the first movie, he's kind of like a regular guy who is just killing people because he's crazy or whatever.
Mm.
At the end, he lives through being like shot a few times, stabbed a few times, that kind of thing. Disappears, comes back in another movie. He's shot a bunch more times, stabbed a few more times, set on fire, lives through that. Third movie comes around, has absolutely nothing to do with him whatsoever. It is just a movie named.
I don't think I ever saw that one because I think you told me about that.
It's just a
And
movie
I'm
named
like, I don't
Halloween,
even
like
know.
Night of the Witch. Freaking nothing to do with him. Actually, it was probably one of the better movies because it had nothing to do with Michael Myers.
And it was a good movie.
It wasn't a good movie, but
It was alright.
it was at least made more sense
Right.
because it was like a mind control subliminal message TV thing, right? What the hell
That's what
is
I
this?
meant. We need to fix my computer.
She's got some malware going on here.
Yeah, a lot. It sucks. I don't even know. I didn't do it. It was my daughter. She played one day. So yeah.
All right. Anyway, there's a lot of Minecraft shit popping up. Coupon explorers, things like that. We gotta run some malware bites. This video brought to you by Malware Bites. Not really.
Hashtag ad.
AdSense. Anywho, yeah. So he is this guy who is supposedly just a normal human being who has these seemingly supernatural abilities to withstand pain and fight off death for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, they shoot him in the shoulder a lot. Like, he must have really fucked up shoulders because he's been shot in the shoulder a lot. But
do you think there's any chance he could live after the end of this movie? Like,
of course.
Like, that's what I find so crazy.
They showed nothing about him actually dying.
Right, and that's what makes me nuts. Like,
so
I just hate that.
He's already been burned a few times, so he's fine. He's fine.
He could have another 100 movies, it'll be fine.
This movie's so frustrating.
I know. He was so old, too. It's like...
He's like 65 or whatever.
Did he even have any eyes? Like, you saw the one eye, because they wouldn't really show his face.
Right. I did appreciate that. They never showed his face, even though they had the opportunity to.
Right.
So a lot of modern horror movies would just be like, oh, let's show them everything.
Right. I just felt like when they showed, like, the one side of his face, it looked like his eye didn't work. Did he...
It kind of looked like he had eyes sewn shut or something, right? But I don't know.
So did that ever happen in any of the previous movies, or I don't even remember.
I don't remember either because, again, I just don't care enough. These movies suck. But Jamie Lee Curtis
she did a good job. I like
was
her.
the original final girl.
Right, and I like her. She's a good actor.
She's the first actress to show her boobs in a slasher movie with a masked hero or villain or whatever. I was rooting for Michael Myers the entire time. Every person he killed, I was like, yes, kill him. Like, stab him through the throat or whatever. And he did. He didn't let me know.
But he didn't kill Jamie Lee Curtis.
I didn't tell him to kill her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I appreciate that.
Well,
you gotta have one living person.
I'm pretty sure that with the sequel to this, and there will be a sequel to this because this movie didn't cost much to make, made a lot of profit. They will make a sequel to this. She will die Han Solo style. And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Because she's really old. I mean, she's still great. She's a good actress and she's still pretty.
So.
But she will die because she has to move on.
Okay, so this is a random question. So, the guy who plays Michael Myers, is he ever the same guy or is it just a random person? I'm
pretty sure it's a random person, just like how Jason from Friday the 13th.
But
He's been
Freddy
several
is
guys
always the same guy.
until the reboot.
When is the reboot? Have I seen the reboot?
You have seen the reboot in the theater with me.
Okay, listen. I have a terrible memory when it comes to movies and stuff like that. We watch so many movies. You have the best memory to remember every single second of every movie we ever see. I do remember that now that we saw the reboot together, but I don't remember what it was about or anything like that.
So the reboot was the guy with the Watchmen. He was the Rorschach guy, but you wouldn't have known that because he had a mask on the entire fucking time. But anyway,
But he didn't look like Freddy at all.
he didn't look like Freddy, but he looked really good. Like
I need to watch that.
I ain't mad at the Friday or the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, even though most people are.
Right. Well, we don't have that movie.
We need to get it. We've got all the other Freddy movies.
Okay, we need to buy that and I'll watch it and then I'll remember.
But anyway, as far as Halloween goes, I think there's probably multiple different guys.
Mm-hmm.
I can't confirm that. I'm just assuming. If you know for a fact that it's all the same guy, let me know in the comments below. But until then, I'm gonna think that it's just random dudes that are like 6'5".
Right.
Because it doesn't matter who you are if you're gonna wear a mask the entire goddamn movie, and we're never gonna show your face.
Right, I agree with that. Like, why even bother to choose something?
That's why, like, there's 3 or 4 different Jasons.
Mm-hmm.
Shane was probably the most awesome of them, but it doesn't matter.
That's why I liked Freddy so much, I think, is because it was obviously the same guy. Like, he was the icon of the movie.
So, Robert Englund brought life to the character. He brought character and animation to it. But
that movie is, how old is that first movie? Like,
it's 84, 85, something like that.
But, he just did such an amazing job. You look back at that and it's just like, wow, like, it's a little bit corny now.
But it's not, because it's just
right. But it's
tremendous.
Not. Exactly.
Right. So the first one was all about like being kind of serious about how dreams work, and yeah, you've got those specific scenes where you're walking upstairs and all of a sudden you're like going through mud.
Right.
You can't
because
escape.
That is exactly what a nightmare is like. Exactly.
And like you've got people that like have extending arms. Michael Myers doesn't make any damn sense.
It really doesn't.
It's like there's a guy in a Halloween mask that's William Shatner, because that's really fucking scary, and
he keeps up with people. Like, people get into cars and like drive like 500 miles an hour, and he keeps up with them. He's like, I'm gonna walk as slow as anybody in the world can walk, and I'll catch up with them in seconds.
So he's got the supernatural aspect as Freddy or Jason would have, because Jason, Jason's originally was his mother or whatnot, but after that he was like a kid risen from the dead, from the lake.
But the thing is Jason, like, he was at like a camp. You know what I mean? So for me,
he was located centrally, yeah.
Right,
except for Jason Kills New York or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember that one, but he could get around the camp quickly. That didn't really surprise. I thought it was funny because he would always get to people even though they're running, and he was walking.
Well, the thing is, there's a rule. There's a rule in these slasher movies that are like supernatural horror movies, and it's that the killer will always pop up in front of you even though they're walking, right? So the trick is to defeat the villain.
Walk backwards.
Run backwards towards them, because at that point they don't know what to do and they implode, right? Because if you're running towards them, they're like, okay, I'm going to kill them. But if you're running backwards, they want to pop up in front of you. So they want to pop up like in front of you, but you're running backwards, so they're gonna get farther away. They don't know how to deal with that shit, and their head explodes. That's the secret to a movie. that is the thing that Scream never taught you. Like they taught you all the other good stuff, like don't say
I'll be right back.
Run backwards towards them.
And they implode.
The end.
That's a great, like, we should really make a movie about that. It's like 5 minutes long. It's like the first time you see the horror movie, you just run backwards towards him and he implodes and the movie's over.
Let's get with Darren. Let's do it.
Well, we're going over there tomorrow.
Outstanding.
Darren, hi!
Run backwards towards you, demon. Coming to a theater near you.
It'll only be 5 minutes long. Sorry.
Right. It'll be a short film. We'll debut it at the Melbourne International Film
That's
Festival.
actually a great idea. Darren, you better be watching this. What a great idea. It was actually my idea, but yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it was my idea, but you stole it.
Sure.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Anyhow,
Sorry, Halloween was a great movie. I give it a 12.
a 12.
I'm just kidding, no.
What do
I
you
don't.
actually give it?
Okay, compared to the other movies we have reviewed on here, I would give it probably 7.
A 7.
Which you think is going to be crazy because it's pretty high. But we've watched some really, really crappy movies for these reviews.
But you know what?
And I didn't think that this was a crappy movie. I thought this movie had a lot of things that could have been fixed, but that didn't bother me.
Let me think
I
about
told
this.
you to fix this, and you told me you'd have, but you
Shush.
lie.
Anywho,
Liar.
so let me break it down to this way. So I would give this movie maybe a 6 because given the fact that we have reviewed a lot of really crappy movies, can you imagine what any of those movies would have been if they had the budget that Halloween had?
Oh, that's true.
This movie had the budget and the backing of major Hollywood studios
Yeah, it says Universal or Comcast company right there. Like,
and Miramax. Yeah,
I mean, like, look at the TV.
yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Can we do this? Should we reboot?
But anywho, it had
Great.
major backing and a lot of like publicity as well. So they spent a lot of money on marketing, whatnot. And as far as IMDb concerned, it's a 6.8, and I give it a 6. She gives it a 7, so it's kind of correct, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if I necessarily believe their reviews because
I do. I mean,
no, but think about what was that other movie we just watched that was like we went way higher and they were way lower. I think it was the one that was about the Truth or Dare, or it was not the Truth or Dare. It was another movie. I forget what it was called.
it was also called Truth or Dare.
Was it? Okay, that's right.
So there's one that was released in the theaters, and one that was on Netflix.
Right. So the one on Netflix I thought was way better, and I gave it like an 8 or 7 or whatever.
They're both bad.
No, this one was way good compared to like they gave it like a 4 or something online.
Sure, but still,
You need to watch that video again. You hear yourself talking about how much you loved it.
it was
You
still
will.
it was still bad.
It was better than this.
I mean, that's not hard to do.
No, but I'm
Halloween.
saying you were saying you loved that movie. We're
Let
gonna go back. and
me
watch
ask you this:
everything.
is Halloween the worst horror franchise that there is?
You're talking about like big horror franchises, right?
Yeah.
It is the worst.
Even though it's the original and probably the most loved, is it the worst?
It's the most loved. Okay.
People go
I don't
nuts
love
over
it.
that.
I don't love it as much.
I don't understand why, but they like the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo freaking music. They like the stupid William Shatner mask.
So I really like Freddy, and I really like Jason, and I really am just okay with Halloween. Like I could have not watched this movie, and I would not have lost any sleep over it. But
Not only would
I don't even think I've seen all the Halloween movies, to be honest with you.
Not only would I pick Freddy and Jason over this,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course, right.
I would pick Jaws over this.
Oh, yeah.
I would pick
Harry Potter. over
Jigsaw, from Saw over this.
this? Harry Potter with this?
No, not for horror. Okay, I would pick Jigsaw over this, right?
Right. Really?
I would
You
even
like Jigsaw?
better than this. Yeah,
Wow.
at least it has
He
some.
doesn't even typically like Jigsaw.
At least it has twists and stuff that like it makes you think.
Mhm.
This does not make you think at all. It's just like, okay,
You're right about that. You are.
here's an idiot that's just killing people for no reason. All right,
Which
I would also,
eh,
I would pick Jeepers Creepers
Jeepers Creepers.
over Halloween.
Where'd you get those peepers?
Where'd you get those eyes? Anyway, so I would definitely pick even Jeepers Creepers over Halloween because it makes sense that they're out in the middle of nowhere. During BFE, there's like a demon or something, some supernatural aspect, but they never even touch on the fact this might be supernatural. The fact that he can just withstand fire and gunshots and stabbings
He can
and
survive
just
anything. Yeah.
regenerate or whatever the hell he is. He never loses blood.
But
F this
he
movie.
still gets older because he's so old in this movie.
He's old, but he's like 65 and still spry as a kitten. Well, he's not even spry. He just moves slowly like he always has. That's the ticket. Maybe if you always move slow, you'll live
Catch
forever.
up. I mean, that's the ticket.
Yeah. Let's start doing that.
No, I can't. I'm
Just
making
move.
crazy. I would kill you.
You're halfway there already. You're very slow.
I am not, and you know that. You know I'm not.
You don't move at theme park speed.
Well, that's because you do, but you suck. And I also don't move as slow as anybody else. You just move really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I move faster than our kids and your parents. So.
Are you saying that I'm going to burn bright like a candle? Or burn
bright like a diamond? Burn bright like a diamond.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that burnt diamonds have actually burned, but you know, sure.
There's a song about it.
Yeah.
There's a song about everything. It's really weird.
Anywho,
Anywho,
this movie, what was your favorite part?
There was
Spoilers.
boobs.
Spoilers.
There was boobs. It was the part where he was killing his little sister, or his big sister.
Yeah.
And he was looking through the thing and saw her boobs. That was the best part of the movie. It was like the first 5 minutes.
It might have been the best part of the movie. I mean, boobs.
Honestly, there was nothing else that was anywhere close to that. And that was not even, well, it was violent when he killed her, but...
They looked away. It was very PG-13.
Oh, yeah.
Except for the
because
boobs.
you could only see his eyes, but
Except
you
for
could
the
see
boobs.
the boobs.
Very
It was very PG-13, except you could see total boobs.
So, I think other than that, I liked the random scene where he was in a house after he had gotten into the shed and killed that one person. He was in another house, and there was like a blonde girl or whatever. She was kind of in her living room. She was looking at the main window. And he just walks up behind her, grabs her hair, and just stabs her through the throat.
Right.
And blood splatters on the
so
main window.
I was a little confused about that because she was calling someone saying that he was there.
No.
Are you sure? Because I could have sworn she would, because she's closing the blinds and everything while she's on the phone with them.
No.
Was she thinking about somebody else?
I don't think so.
I think she was.
I don't think there was anything to do with that. No.
We need to go back and watch the whole movie all over again.
No. Not in your life.
You bought the fucking movie.
I'll watch the special features again.
The what?
The special features.
I'm telling you, we gotta watch the movie again. We'll fast forward to that part because I'm telling you, that chick is what the hell? Why is she afraid of this guy?
She wasn't afraid of anything. She was just talking to her boyfriend, and then she got stabbed in the neck.
She walked up to the... Okay, listen. She walked up to the window, was looking out the window.
There's trick-or-treaters everywhere.
And then, no. Oh my god, we're watching that again. You were obviously looking at your goddamn phone. We're watching that again.
How could you not look at your phone during this movie? It's freaking boring and it's stupid as hell.
I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna go back. We're gonna fast forward through the whole fucking movie until we get to that part, and he's gonna be able to watch it because I promise you, we will. We will.
Really?
The movie's still in there. I will fast forward it. We will get there. She was looking for somebody that she knew.
And we fast forward now. Boop.
3 hours later.
Boop. I'm still right.
No, you're not. You didn't even watch the fucking movie.
Of course we did.
No, we didn't. You're a fucking liar.
We did in the future.
No, we didn't.
Which is going to be rewound into the past. This is time travel. Time travel, yo.
He's an asshole.
Time travel.
Asshole.
Time travel through alcohol. It's possible.
It's not. We're gonna rewatch the movie. We're gonna fast forward it, and I'm gonna show you. We'll come back to that later.
We'll come to that previously. Previously on Moonboy TV.
Camera Girl TV.
No.
This is my movie.
The website address is actually moonboy.tv.
I don't care. This is Camera Girl TV.
No.
Yes, it is. You can fight with me if you want.
Okay. Anywho,
She knew who he was and was looking out the window.
Who knew what?
The blonde girl.
She didn't know anything. She didn't have any. Nobody knew in the town who Michael Myers was.
I'm gonna stop the fucking camera and we're gonna go look.
You want to fight?
I want to fight.
I know how to body triangle you.
What does that even mean?
It just means that I will choke you out.
Oh, you scare me so much.
I know, right?
Anyway, what else were we gonna say? What else were we gonna talk about?
What did you hate about the movie? Did you hate anything?
Yeah, I hated the part where the cop, who's the most known actor in the whole freaking movie, right? Well, but maybe besides the chick.
Which cop?
The guy who died.
They all died.
No, so they're driving in a truck, And it's the guy is this cop, and I can't remember his name, but he was Officer Hawkins. Is that him? Will Patton. No.
That's not him.
My computer is so messed up.
There's
and
a lot of malware
I
on this
wish he would
computer.
just fix it, but he won't.
You should actually switch over to like NordVPN.
Will Patton. Up. There you
Will
go.
Patton.
Yes.
That guy.
When Will Patton was driving his truck with the chick in the back and this other guy in the passenger seat.
He was in Armageddon. That's where I know him from.
Anyway, there was 3 people in a truck. Will Patton, the guy in the passenger seat, and the chick in the back. The chick in the back was the main, what's her name? What's her name? The chick who he wants to kill's daughter.
Granddaughter.
Was in the back. What's her name?
Granddaughter. Magoo.
No, the older lady. What's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis's granddaughter's in the back, and the friend is in the front. So he sees
The cop is in the front.
the cop is driving, and the other guy is in the front. The fucking guy is in the front. So he sees the guy, Michael, and he goes, I'm gonna run him over. He goes after him, and the guy in the passenger seat takes this knife, flips it open, and stabs him in the throat. Spoiler.
Stabs who in the throat?
The driver, the cop.
Who is the driver?
The cop, Will Patton.
The guy from Armageddon?
Yes.
He's very sad in Armageddon. Like he
I
looks,
don't want to talk about him in Armageddon.
that was the movie he was actually good in.
He was good in Armageddon too.
He was also good in Punisher and Mothman Prophecies.
Can I talk?
You can. But let's talk about a movie he was actually good in.
You wanted to know which part of the movie I hated the most.
Okay, so it's the movie where he got stabbed in the throat.
He got stabbed in the throat. Yes.
And then what?
And then run over.
How was he run over when he was driving? How was he run over when he was driving?
Did you seriously not watch any of this freaking movie?
Explain it to the audience.
So you did not watch any of this freaking movie?
I watched it, but you
You're
need to
lying
explain
because
it.
you don't even know.
Explain it.
They saw a guy, Michael. The guy that was driving was Will Patton. What's his name? Dr. Henry something. Dr. something.
He was an officer.
Officer.
And the guy Michael in the road was not Michael Jordan. Okay.
Shut up! You know it wasn't. It was Michael, the bad guy from Halloween. And this guy was driving, and he's like, "Oh, this here he is. I'm gonna go get him." And he goes after him. And then the guy next to him takes a knife, folds it out of a pen, and stabs him in the throat. Takes him out of the car. I don't even remember exactly what happened. I'm way off. But that was my least favorite part of the movie.
So there was a psychiatrist that was studying Michael Myers for the longest time.
The longest time.
40 years or so. This guy decides he wants to see Michael Myers in action, so he kills
Right, so he
the
gets
officer
like...
who is hunting him down. Okay. That is the thing, because he wants to see Michael Myers just like follow out his goals or dreams or whatever.
Which he would have, but...
He wants Michael Myers to be his best self. He's been reading a lot of self-help books. He's been listening to Tony Robbins and saying, just follow your dreams and help others to follow their dreams. And he wants Michael Myers to follow his dreams, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, moral of the story is don't listen to Tony Robbins and
Just
don't
Tony
read.
Robbins. Oh, he's that guy. Never mind.
He's the guy with a giant head who is really good, like loud voice.
It's like this guy... Never mind, I'm not going to say that.
Don't name any real names.
I'm not going to.
That's rude.
I'm not going to. I'll tell you about it later.
But at any rate, yeah, there's still viruses popping up, beeping at me. My most annoying part of this movie was the second it started.
Babe!
Fuck this movie.
Okay, first of all, why did you buy this movie?
Because that's what I do.
And no, it makes no sense.
I need to be.
Why is this movie here on the counter?
It's
What did you
part,
pay, like $20 for it?
It's part of the zeitgeist of
What did you
2018. I need to know.
pay? Pay
So many people-
$20.18 on it? $20?
Sheesh.
$15?
Don't you worry, I got a Walmart, so it was probably discounted.
To what? $25?
No. Anywho. Yeah, so this movie, among all the rest of the Halloween movies, I would probably, as far as how they're rated, maybe rate it number 2 of the Halloween movies. Maybe the first one's the best because at least they hadn't gotten so far that they jumped the shark where he was dead and not dead and like invincible and all that nonsense. But it's not good. It's not good.
It was not good. I mean, you know, I didn't hate it as much as he did because obviously you just don't like the Halloween movies for whatever reason.
What's good about them?
I thought it was entertaining.
In what way? Like, what logical way is it good?
So it wasn't I never felt scared.
Right?
Ever.
Which is part of a a horror movie.
That's true.
Well, it's probably the number one part of a horror movie is to make you feel scared.
But okay, all right. So I never felt scared, but it was still better than that Crystal movie. Was that the name of it? Crystal?
No.
Christine?
Christine, the car movie?
No. What was that name? You know the movie we just watched with the fucking mountain guy? Not mountain. Pyramid? Not pyramid. Volcano. Not volcano.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
The big rock is rolling after him.
Indiana Jones?
Yes, him.
Harrison Ford?
No. What movie? That wasn't him. Either, was it?
I mean, he's the only one who has a big rock.
Okay, Face Off.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Mandy?
Yes, that one.
Mandy.
What did I just say? What did I call it?
Something with a big rock.
No.
There was never a big rock.
I think I said Mandy.
No, you
pretty sure.
you never said Mandy. I
Pretty
mean,
sure we gotta watch it back.
Mandy is a -10, but
So I was saying, like, this was better than Mandy, and
It was-
you fucking made me stay up and watch that.
it was better
You fucking
than
made
a
me.
pile of shit freshly laid.
It doesn't matter. You
This is
fucking
like
made me
a
stay
cold
up.
pile of shit that doesn't smell because it's all turned white and crusty, right? That's what this is.
So you're gonna buy the next one that comes out too?
Yeah.
God, I love you.
Anywho, I gave this movie
A 2.
mm,
You've got to think. How much did you like? How much of a rating did you give Mandy?
I gave Mandy like a 0.
No, you didn't.
I did. Mandy was a fucking 0. At least a 0.
Did we even review Mandy? I don't think we did. Because
I don't know that we did.
so fucking pissed at you that night. I was
You were
like,
pretty
I'm going
shit-faced
to-
too, so I don't know that you could have reviewed it.
I
But
was like, I'm going to bed. Actually, I said I'm going to bed an hour before it was off, and he's like, no, you're not. You wanted to watch this, which is bullshit because I never wanted to fucking watch that movie.
so now that we haven't reviewed it live, we're gonna have to watch it again.
No, we're not. I promise you, I will not ever fucking watch that movie again.
We're gonna watch it again. It's gonna be
Nope.
tremendous. We're gonna do some cage rage. You know, I'm actually just gonna cut and splice various Nicolas Cage movies where he screams for no reason, and we're gonna make that a movie, and it's gonna be a 10 out of 10.
For sure. We'll make the movie, it'll be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
The movie they made, not a 10 out of 10.
it's gonna be like
a 0.
80% Vampire's Kiss, like 10% The Rock, 10% Face Off, and that's it. That's all we need. And then we'll call that to be Mandy.
Okay. I think that'll be way better than the one we saw on TV. And wasn't that one that was rated like high? It's like,
It's all the people who think they want to be like highbrow and think that,
right.
that these stupid high art type horror movies that have all these stupid filters and they have like hidden meanings and shit. They're looking for meanings where there isn't any.
Right.
And this movie, even
Had
though we're not
no
reviewing
frickin'
Mandy
meaning.
whatsoever, it had
It was a 0.
It was
like, it
nonsense.
was like -5. Like, it was the worst freaking movie
was nonsense.
ever.
but
He made
anyway,
me stay up and watch it.
Anyway.
Like, it made me.
we're reviewing Halloween, and Halloween is
Terrible.
a 4 out of 10.
What?
4 out of 10. She gave it a 7, so she's wrong. So, let us know what you would rate the new Halloween movie
This is empty. I'm
Out of
just
10.
trying to drink it.
in the comments below. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And today's sponsor is
Is-
Lyft.
Is it?
It is Lyft.
Really?
So, if you want to help us out, go to Lyft, sign up for a free $20 ride, and use the promo code Moonboy. And you will get $20 free as a ride.
That's awesome. I had no idea. He never tells me these things.
I don't tell her these things because it's a surprise.
Also, he's my husband. He doesn't like to share these things with me. It
True,
makes
I
me
know. I
really
hate
sad.
it. I freaking hate it. I don't like to communicate at all.
It makes me so sad.
All right. Good night. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night.